Good morning, my dearest children. Today we have English literature, and the name of the chapter is The Story of a Great Story, Chapter 3. In the previous class, I had told you to copy the spellings and the meanings. I had sent you a PDF. I'm sure you must have done it. And I told you to learn the spellings. Children, if you haven't learned, please do so. Spellings are very important. If you know the spellings, then when you write the answer, it will be very, very easy for you. Okay? And I just would like to read the chapter, half of it, because I'm going to do half only today. It's a long chapter, so I just want to do half. So let me read till where I want to explain, okay? The story of a great story. 200 years ago, a young man lived in Scotland whose name was Alexander Selkirk. He was a rough man with a bad temper. He was often causing trouble among his neighbors. For this reason, many people were glad when he ran away from home and went to sea. "We hope that he gets what he deserves," they said. Alexander was big and strong and soon became a fine sailor. But he was still a very stubborn man. He got into trouble with the other sailors due to his temper. Once, his ship was sailing in a great Pacific Ocean. It was 400 miles from the coast of South America. Selkirk had become even more unpleasant. He started quarreling with other sailors, including the captain of the ship. "I would rather live alone on a deserted island than be a sailor on this ship," he said. "Very well," answered the captain. "We shall put you ashore on the first island that we see." "Do so," said Selkirk. "You cannot place me better." The very next day, they saw a little green island. There were groves of trees near the shore and high hills beyond them. "What is the name of this island?" asked Selkirk. "John Fernandez," said the captain. "Set me on the shore and leave me there. Give me a few common tools and some food, and I will be happy and satisfied," said the sailor. So, up to here only. This is page number 27-28. If you have a book, I'm sure most of you must have bought the books. So, if you want to look at the book, you can look at page number 27 and 28. So the story here is about adventures. What do you mean by adventures? It's an exciting or daring experience where you dare to do alone. Like in California, we have glider. If you've been to the you must have seen the glider there. So it's daring adventure. You have to fly very high, isn't it? But if you are not daring, you will not be able to fly in the glider. So that is called daring adventure. Understood? This story is a biography. What is a biography? What does it mean by biography? It's a story about someone's life written by someone else. Suppose I write a story about one of you. If I say a name, let me take one name, John, okay? John is the name of a boy. So I am a writer. I write the story about John. So that is called a biography. Alright? Before I explain, let me ask you a few questions. Have you ever been on an adventure? But you're too small. I don't think so whether you've been or not. But I'm sure you must have read or heard stories about adventures or must have seen in movies, right? neighbor, and you have many people around, isn't it? Like in here in Kalimpong, we say kaka, auntie, uncle, chima. Okay, we have so many people around us in the neighborhood. That means we live in a neighborhood. So, in your neighborhood, do you know a person whom you do not like at all? The person, most of the neighbor or most of the people in your locality don't like him at all because of his bad behavior, the way he speaks, the way he acts, his attitude. You don't like him. You don't like anything about the person. I don't mean to say that you don't like a person, you have to dislike someone. I don't mean to encourage you to dislike a person, but somehow there's a person, whether in your class or in your community, in your locality, a person that you just don't like at all. Why I'm asking you this question is a negative question. Why I ask you? Because the story here which we are going to study now is about a person named Alexander Selkirk. He was a young man who lived in Scotland. His name is Alexander Selkirk. Okay? Scotland is a place in England. In England, United Kingdom. So this person by the name Alexander Selkirk lived there. He was a very bad-tempered man. Very rough. He always quarreled with his neighbors. No one likes him. He always liked to pick up quarrel, causing trouble. So, one fine day, he ran away from home. He ran away from home and the neighborhood was very happy. All the people in the neighborhood was very happy when he ran away from home, and they were happy. Why? Because they know that now there will be peace in the neighborhood. There won't be any quarrel. And they wish he deserved what he wants in life, and they never wish him to come back again to the neighborhood. So Alexander, when he ran away from home, he went and he became a sailor. He became a fine sailor because he's tall, built and very strong and healthy. So he became a fine sailor. I'm sure you know what a sailor is. A sailor is a person who works in a ship. Ship sail in the sea, children. I'm sure you know. So he became a fine sailor because he has a big build and very strong. Even though he became a fine sailor, his behavior is the same. Very, very stubborn. He doesn't get along with anyone. He gets into trouble all the time. He likes to fight and argue with everyone all the time. His temper, very bad temper. He doesn't know how to behave. He doesn't know how to speak to the people or to his friends or sailor in the ship. He became very unpopular and no one likes him. So, one fine day, when he was sailing on the great Pacific Ocean, a Pacific Ocean, if you want to know where Pacific Ocean is, if you have an atlas at home, you can find, you look in the wall map and then you will see where the Pacific Ocean is. You can check and then you will see where the Pacific Ocean is, a big ocean. So, the ship was 400 miles from the coast of South America. There were 400 miles from the shore of South America. Alexander's mood became from bad to worse. He started losing his temper very, very easily. He became very unpleasant. It may be because of the journey. The journey was very long and it's boring, to be inside the ship and then only water all over the place, isn't it? And it was very long and tiring, maybe he got bored inside the ship. So as usual, he started quarreling and arguing with the sailors and even the captain of the ship. While they were sailing, he told the captain and the sailors that he's so fed up to live with them. He wants to live all alone in a deserted island. He wants to live all alone in a deserted island. What do you mean by island? Children, do you know what is an island? Let me draw for you here just to make you understand what is an island. See, sea all over. Okay, this is the sea or an ocean. Okay, so here, this is an island. All water. This is all water. This is an island here. So he said he wants to live in an island. So this is an island. Deserted means no living people here. No one lives in this island. Okay? Because it's all, there's water all over here. So it's very difficult for people to come and live in this island. You need to cross the ocean to go there. So you need a ship to go to the island. So this is called a deserted island. So he said, I'm fed up to sail with you all. I want to live alone in a deserted island. So when the captain of the ship heard what he wanted to do, he said, okay, your wish will be granted. We will stop as soon as we see an island. We will stop there and we will leave you there. So, the next morning, they saw a little green island. There were groves of trees near the shore and big hills beyond them. And Alexander was very excited as soon as he saw the island, and he went to the captain and he asked the captain, what is the name of this island, with his attitude, okay? And the captain said, the name of the island is John Fernandez. He said, okay, set me ashore. What do you mean by ashore? Ashore means here. Ashore means this is the sea, okay? The ship will anchor here. I hope you can see me. The ship will anchor here and this is the shore. So he said, you please go. He never mentioned please. I'm sorry to say please. He said, again I said please. He said, set me ashore and give me some tools and food. I will be very, very happy to live all alone there. Alright, so up to here, let's see what happens after that. Okay, children, we'll continue in the next class. But since you'll be having your unit test starting from the 9th, so I think from the next, because tomorrow is Good Friday, no class. Class will resume from Monday, and I have class with you next Thursday. So next Thursday we'll do the revision. And I'm sure children, you must have note down the syllabus that I've given you. We have got 2 chapters. The first chapter is Down the Rabbit Hole and The Raven and the Fox. The point. We have got 2 chapters. So children, please go through the chapters and read the point thoroughly. And if you have any question, you can always ask me or write to me in my personal number, WhatsApp number. I'm sure you know. Even if you don't know, I'm giving you right now. Please note it down. 85091-71994 is my WhatsApp number. So if you have any queries, any question, any problem that you don't understand, please feel free to write to me. Okay, children? Bye-bye. Take care. Good. Have a happy Easter and see you next week.